welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global TV. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Fawzi Beluku. The federal government and the International Criminal Police Organization have commenced the process of extraditing a Binance chief, Nadim Ajawalla, who escaped from detention in March 2022. Security agencies had in February arrested Ajawalla and Jan Grabanya, two executives of the cryptocurrency firm Binance Holdings Limited, over alleged money laundering. They were detained in a safe house in Abuja on the order of the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. Among other charges, the firm and two other executives were arraigned for $5,402 million money laundering at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, says security agencies will go after individuals with fake university certificates in the country. According to the minister, the individuals will be tracked after a committee set up by the federal government to investigate the activities of the university certificate racketeers in the country submit its report. The federal government had set up an anti-ministerial investigative committee on degree certificate miling to probe activities of certificate racketeering following an investigative report which exposed the activities of degrees mills in Benin Republic. The chairman, House Committee Representative Committee on Disability, says the unfortunate discriminatory treatment at Adebola Daniel by the KFC outlet at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport is a wake-up call for the full implementation of the Disability Act signed into law in 2019 by the previous administration. Global TV brings you more.
Daniel, a wheelchair user, faced humiliation when he was refused entry into the KFC outlet when the manager wrote no wheelchairs allowed. This treatment, according to him, is unacceptable and goes against the principle of inclusivity and respect, and it is a violation against Disability Act.
Committee has already sent out invitations to KFC. We're in touch with Mr. Adebola Daniel. And letter has also gone out to FAN. The committee could not take up a physical investigation right now, because if you follow, they say FAN has closed the KFC. So even if we want to do a surprise oversight, which is allowed, we can't go inside there. And we also found out that the DG actually was also not around because it's a holiday period. So yes is the answer. There will be investigation, but the investigation will follow house rules. On investigation, this is what we have done on the investigation. We've gone to the floor to move the motions for the whole House to give us the authority to investigate compliance.
While commending the Speaker of the House for establishing the Committee on Disability, Honorable Bashir Daudu also commended the speed with which government intervened in resolving the dispute between Daniel and KFC, while assuring that the committee will work assiduously through its oversight functions with all relevant agencies to ensure that the Disability Act is fully implemented in the country.
Section 1 of the law, prohibition of discrimination and awareness programs. In subsection 1, he said, and I quote, "A person with disability shall not be discriminated against on the ground of his disability by any person or institution in any manner or circumstance." If you go to section 2, which is just the two sections I will mention, because I would like to get a few questions from you. In section 2, a person with disability has the right to access the physical environment and buildings on an equal basis with others.
He says the focus is on enhancing the lives of persons with disabilities and preventing incidents such as what happened to the likes of Daniels through robust implementation of the Disability Act. Fauziya Lukman, Global TV News.
The Private Telecommunications and Communications Senior Staff Association of Nigeria has declared an indefinite strike effectively midnight on Thursday, April 4, 2024. The union says the decision was deemed necessary due to the relentless anti-labor practices against field engineers perpetrated by subcontractors. According to the PTES CSSN, the subcontractors include Remo Group, All Streamlight Energy Solutions Limited, Uppercrest Limited, Tacilium Nigeria Limited, and Specific Tools and Technical Limited, which are purportedly engaged in projects awarded by Technology Nigeria Limited. The union says the grievances against these subcontractors include the appalling working conditions resembling modern slavery, a lack of entitlement commemorates with workers' effort, and absence of adequate security measures, especially during late-night field assignments. The Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, in collaboration with key holders, have commenced the progress of developing a smart curriculum for bilingual education in Nigeria. Head Public Relations and Protocol Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, David Akwe, in a statement in Abuja, disclosed the commission recently held a workshop for curriculum adaptation for the bilingual schools where experts have brainstorming sessions and coming up with the best curriculum for unique schools. It says the Deputy Executive Secretary Technical of UBEC, Professor Bala Zakari, who doubles as the project supervisor for the bilingual education program in Nigeria, called for a standardized approach in development of the bilingual education curriculum. Zakari noted that UBEC is working to ensure the success of the bilingual education program, right from the construction of the schools in the 9 focal states to the attainment of experts in series of programs. The Nigerian Army 35th Artillery Brigade, Alamala Abeokuta, says it has handed over 404 to one-purpose seized substances suspected to be cannabis sativa weighing 223 kilograms to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), Ogun State Command. Acting Assistant Director, Army Publication Relations, 35th Artillery Brigade, Alamala Abeokuta, Lieutenant Mohammed Gwani, stated this in Abeokuta Mead, Ogun State capital. Gwani says the troops of the brigade have intercepted a Mazda bus with plate number 62SB, conveying the substances as Mulugbede village in the Odada local government area of the state. He says the commander, Brigadier General Mohammed Aminu, commended the troops for their efforts, urging them to continue to remain vigilant in their various locations. You're watching the Midnight News coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the midday news return, Naira sells below 1,280 Naira per dollar at the official and parallel market. This and other news continues shortly after this short break. So stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of the midday news. Thank you for staying with us. Moving on to the foreign scene, Iran has promised a response after its consulate in the Syrian capital Damascus was destroyed in a suspected Israeli missile attack, killing 7 people, including a top commander and his deputy. Brigadier General Mohammed Reza Zahedi, a senior commander in the Quds Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps (RRGC), and his deputy, General Mohammed Hadi Hajamaini, were killed on Monday's attack in the RGC. Israel has long targeted Iranian military installations in Syria, and those of its proxies by Monday's attack was the first time it has targeted the embassy compound itself. And in business, the Naira began the new month on a bullish note, appreciating the 1,278.58 kobo Naira against the United States dollar of 1,309 Naira 39 kobo per dollar recorded last week. This indicates an increase of 30 Naira 81 kobo at the close of the trading activities. According to data from the Federal X Securities, the indicative exchange rate for the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market closing below at 1,300 Naira ceiling marks the first instance since January 26 of this year. The Naira depreciated to as low as 1,615 Naira per dollar on March 13, 2024. Since the introduction of the slew of forex policies by the central bank, the Naira has gained over 21% on the dollar since March. The Nigerian Automotive Industry Development Plan Implementation Committee will address the challenge of reliance on imported vehicles in the country. The Director General of the National Automotive Design and Development Council, Joseph Osanipi, made the disclosure in a statement. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Nkiruka Uzode Aniti, inaugurated the committee with membership from the relevant federal ministries and agencies of the government in Abuja. Osanipi says the new auto policy was signed in 2023 with the sole aim of curtailing Nigeria's almost total dependence on imported automobiles, adding that the implementation will meet a significant proportion of demand through domestic production of vehicles and components. A coalition of the civil society organizations CSOs, led by the Network Against Corruption and Trafficking Initiative, NACAT, has urged the House of Representatives Committee on Public Petitions to accelerate its efforts in addressing petitions against indicted public officials. The CSO expressed concerns over the delayed response in petitions, highlighting alleged financial infrastructures committed by the individuals holding public office. These infrastructures include money laundering, corruption, abuse of office, and false asset declarations. The CSO calls on President Bola Tinubu to build on his administration's committee to fiscal integrity and governance accountability by supporting legislative efforts to tackle the corrupt activities undermining Nigeria's informative hope mantra. No fewer than 15 universities in the United Kingdom have announced plans to sack some workers and even stop running some courses because of sharp decline in enrollment by foreign students, including Nigerians. The sharp decline in foreign student enrollment was particularly felt at the postgraduate level. The development is also connected to the decision by the UK government to reduce international students, as some concessions given them at the level have been withheld down. Also, there are concerns that the high cost of living being experienced globally may negatively affect enrollment of foreign students at the undergraduate level. And on the entertainment scene, Nigerian music sensation Burna Boy has claimed on the title of Best African Music Artist at the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards held in the United States. The highly anticipated event, broadcasted live and hosted by rapper Ludacris, Burna Boy raised to the top of African music category, marking a significant achievement in his career, adding to Nigeria's trump. Remix track Calm Down featuring Selena Gomez secured the title of Best Collaboration of the Year, further solidifying Nigeria's presence on the international music scene. With their hard wins at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, Burna Boy and Rema now stand along fellow Nigerian artists Wizkid and Tems as recipients of this esteemed accolade prior to his trump at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Burna Boy had faced disappointment at several award shows, including the BET, Hip Hop Awards, Grammys, NAACP Image Awards, and of course, the Brit Awards. And lastly, in sport, South Africa goalkeeper Kellen Swart says Nigeria cannot stop their quest to feature at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. The three earliest sides are in Abuja for the first leg of the final round qualifiers, while Bayana will host the reverse fixture in Portia next week Tuesday. Swart is, however, optimistic Bayana will beat the Super Falcons to the ticket, playing against Nigeria in always a great battle, saying they are familiar with each other only because they have held battles for many years until now, and this is no different. And that's how we end the midday news while it came to you live from the nation's capital. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fawzia Lukman. Thank you so much for watching.